Hey everybody, Joey Boy here, the Joe you can trust, back with the Walking Dead Most 5 video, featuring Chris the Butcher, aka the cleaner cut and stronger version of Sawyer, pun intended, as this dude is using a cleaver that you need 2 hands to swing, sort of like my wing. Let's jump over to the stats and compare Chris with other Decapitates. Highest attack stat, which is always welcome for Decapitates, considering the state of the game defense teams are in, or which they are tending to gravitate towards, are revive and shield teams. Defensive stats, Sandy takes the trophy home here, but not by much, being only 36 higher than Chris, which is almost negligible. 1600 HP for Chris, which isn't bad, but if I ever used Alpha and you were able to keep her alive with 1176 defense, then if you happen to pick Chris up, I wouldn't worry as much as his defensive stat is 130 more than Alpha, which is a decent gap. Now let's look at Chris's character card. He is a Decapitate, which is greatly needed into the game and perfect for the end of the year sales to make those investors and shareholders super happy. I do hope more Decapitates come out in a timely manner for the rest of the player base, as we all know shield and revives are going to keep coming out and will start to get out of hand once survivors start getting more added to their skill set. His Adrenaline Rush is Savage Strikes, which is an 85 AR, which is pretty damn high, and we will want at least one source of AP generation when attacking, whether it be through his weapon and or leadership skill. The damage portion isn't bad, as you can use this for single target burst purposes, or if you happen to have an enemy team all with low HP from, let's say, an Alpha Adrenaline Rush that just decimated a few enemies but didn't kill them, you can use Chris's Adrenaline Rush to hopefully kill up to 3 enemies that have low HP. The AP portion that is given to Chris is interesting. Seeing this in the 85 AR instantly makes me think a leadership skill where melee gets 40% attack and a huge bonus to AP when attacking is coming very soon. Sort of like Premier Carl, and then soon after free-to-play will probably get a green only 40% attack and huge AP when attacking, or something down that alley if I had to guess. You will want one form of AP generation when attacking so that you can always use Chris's Adrenaline Rush every 4 turns with no command. If you have 2 forms of AP generation where you are getting 32 AP or more per attack, then you're looking at using Chris effectively after his first Adrenaline Rush usage, as he will go from a turn 4 AR user to a 3-turn AR user. As when he gets 25% AP back, he will get 22 AP, leaving him only needing 63 AP to use his Adrenaline Rush. Having Chris get focused for 3 turns gives him enough time to avoid human shield and apply a defense down active to the enemy, and then he can commence beating the shit out of them. Chris's active is tits if you like boobs and a ball sack if you like nuts. This is a Decapitate's wet dream, as to lower the defense of an enemy and increase the attack stat of the Decapitator is a great call. Being able to apply this and then be commanded to use his Adrenaline Rush right after can pretty much net you a kill every 3 turns when this is possible, as once you use Chris's Adrenaline Rush, you will have 22 AP, if you were to get 40 AP per attack. First turn after that you attack, you'll be on 62. Second attack, you would have enough to use Chris's Adrenaline Rush. Third turn, you would use Chris's active and then command him to Adrenaline Rush. Rinse and repeat if you wanted to take this sort of approach for a strategy. So from the looks of this cleaver, it hungers for blood, more than Frostmourne from World of Warcraft. Because the special weapon mod on this, in combination to how Chris's Adrenaline Rush works, is god tier. A better chance to gain a 35% AP per attack on a multi-attacking Adrenaline Rush survivor can be very strong. 35% of an 85 AR is 30 AP, which you can technically use Chris's Adrenaline Rush and then proc this 3 times. So Chris can use his Adrenaline Rush the following turn again. Combination of the Adrenaline Rush giving AP and the weapon giving AP if the weapon procced 1 time would be a 25% plus 35%, which we know 25% is 22, 35% is 30, so we would get 52 AP, which would mean 33 AP remaining to use his AR. And if the weapon procced twice, it would be at 25% plus 35% plus 35%, which is 22 plus 30 plus 30, which gives us 82 AP, which we only need 3 AP to use his Adrenaline Rush. If the weapon procs twice, where we only need 3 AP to AR, then all we need is for Chris to take 1 attack from the enemy and we can use his Adrenaline Rush the next turn. Going in depth in the stats of the weapon though, I would craft Chris's weapon with 40% attack, AP when attacking, and leave the 35% AP when attacking. Combat mods here will be all offensive, as Chris is made to be used for attacking and not defending. We're going to go in attack set, 4 more pressure to make enemies pop. We're going to go attack combat mod for even more pressure. Attack first yellow to help true through even the tankiest of yellows, and Chris's design is to eliminate yellows, while the other damage roll survivors with him will take care of the other traits. Stun resist, as this one is the most hurtful to Chris. His weapon needs him to attack, and even if he is confused or taunted, he can still straight up fill his AP bar, which then we can take action to cleanse any taunts or confuses, to then use his adrenaline rush. AP down if you want an offensive approach and to help prevent an oh shit moment where Chris uses his adrenaline rush and you don't even kill the son of a bitch, so there is a good chance the person Chris just AR'd will AR the team right back, so giving AP down for that sort of safety net isn't a bad option. Grays if you want to take a more defensive approach, as in you don't have a healer on your attack team, so Grays would be a smart option to make sure your high offensive pressure team stays alive long enough. Wildcard, we are going more offensive. Attack first blue or green depending on who you bring with Chris. If you lack heavy hitting yellows, then you may want an attack first blue when you go up against Premier Carl or Glue Garrett defenses. Attack first green if your region tends to be green heavy for defense, then this would be a good option as well. If you want a more global approach for his damage, then a crit chance combat mod can be useful, as his attack stat is already going to be high, and the ability to have him crit during his adrenaline rush while the enemy can have a defense down is a great call if you are in the mood to slaughter. Remember, that cleaver hungers for blood. Team comps, we will make 3 attack teams and 0 defense teams. First attack team is Green Mirabelle for her leader and AR to align, cleanse attack penalties, which is crucial when you are raiding so you don't hit like a wet noodle, and an attack buff to the team. Chris for single target Decapitate burst, Bruce to lead our team with disarming and an AP down active to help control the ARs of the enemy team. Human Shield Andrea to pipeline the damage, and with her having an absolute defense weapon, can slow down AP gains to the enemy. Anna for turn 2 taunt to 3 in case we need to stop an AR or bypass a human shield if our stun on attack weapons didn't work. With Mirabelle and Bruce having stun weapons, Bruce AP down active, Andrea absolute defense weapon, Anna active taunt to 3 should give enough crowd control to manipulate your enemy for a win. Next attack team, we're going to go more offensive for you bloodthirsty folks out there. Green Abes and Ham for our leadership, and since we bring in a disarmer and decapitates, the attack and crit buff from the leadership skill will benefit quite a bit here. Chris for single target decapitate burst, command Glenn so we can command Harper turn 2, and either Green Abe or Waylon or Alpha turn 3, depending on if you need single target burst, with healing from Abe, or you can decapitate one or more enemies with Waylon or Alpha. Green Abe and Harper bring in stun weapons for minor crowd control, but this team is more revolved around being super bursty in damage. Last attack team will be a blue-green leader, and that leader will be Madison. Double disarm and decapitate team will increase our chances that special weapon mods will hold less merit, leading us to smooth attacks for our turns. Madison will be bringing in a lot of stuns for damage control and an active to recover stun in case we go up against the green team and they stun us with their stun on attack weapons. Disarm Michonne and Bruce both double attacks for high burst damage to 1 or 2 enemy survivors, and Michonne can confuse her enemies if you decided to keep confuse on her weapon, or a double attack if you wanted a more brute force tactic. Bruce is the same way, but his weapon will have stun, and his active is AP down for more enemy AR control. Chris is here to step and stomp on people when they are already on the ground because, well, he is a decapitate, and those assholes like to hit last after the majority of the damage has been done. Dante to be the glue that holds the team together with his big Wang Dang heal, defense buff, and revive. That's going to wrap up the video of Chris the Butcher. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video and made you laugh before you did anything positive, please get a nice karate chop, the like, subscribe button, make sure you leave a comment down below. It's greatly appreciated, and on that I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye!